show you how to convert simple conversion like arm, make a straight arm to a bent one. Okay. So these are the tools that I made with the breast tip and a hollow tube. And I like them thin like this, so it's easier to maneuver in your fingertips. When it's thick, it's it's uncomfortable to work with. So can you? Yeah. So these are a little flexible too, and you could hold it at the tip, or go like this, or this way. Okay. And I use rubber tip brushes for different size. And so that's with a wet putty, working on a wet putty. But once it's dry, I let it dry rock solid under heat. I usually put it in a crock pot. And after it's dried, it's rock solid, and then I carve and shave. I use X-Acto blade and surgical blade. Can you see it? Yeah. It has I use these two particular blades because it has a rounded tip, like this.
Are them from surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which number?
The big one is a 6700. The small one is 67 MIS. If you have any questions or comments, just feel free to go ahead. Any questions so far? Okay. And this, don't get no wrong idea here. This is so that the brass tip doesn't stick to a putty.
And it's really the cream, idea cream?
Yeah, so lotion. Yeah. I mean, I used to use baby oil or just water, but I find this work the best for me. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to convert the figure, the arm. This figure, originally the left arm is straight down. And if you want to put this stick a figure in a hatch, this is what you need to do, right? Put a hand on the cupola. Right, so you drill a hole, and you take the hand from the original arm.
I do think you have a good eye for the proportions because you have been working on this since you were very young. But is any good representative proportions to make it look right?
I never measure arm length or the legs or anything. When you look at a person and the person has long arm, then you notice it, right?
Yeah.
So it's just look at it, and And if you there's a room to play here. When you add putty, you add a putty like this on, right?
Yeah, good.
And then from here, if it looks too long, then take some off at the elbow. It's not that difficult, really. And then if you notice, look at the hand. I made the hand, the fingers pointing down like this. Do you see it? Can you see it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And add a putty there at the knuckle. So once you get the brass arm, you add a putty to to give a little volume, but make it skinny so that you have room to play. Any questions so far? Okay, and it's better to have a photograph, like take a picture of. I took a picture of my wife wearing a jacket, and use that as a reference. It's always better to have a reference. If you try to wing it from your imagination, and you're going to end up with the imaginary details. And from here, I start shaping and carving. This. And when you add the putty, the most important thing is that you have the volume right. And when you have the right arm as a reference, you have to make sure that the left arm has same volume, same thickness. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to get from here to here. Sorry, I'm holding it all messed up here. Okay. When you mix putty, it's I make a ball, small ball, put it on my thumb. And make sure they have the same 1-to-1 volume. Just by looking. No need to measure anything. and make it like a dumpling or pierogi, whatever.
Do you use any particular brand? Or it doesn't
Putty,
matter?
the epoxy, yeah, I've been using this since day one.
Okay.
It's I don't use any other magic sculptor or anything. This one I find it like after I dry it under heat,
Yeah.
it's rock solid, and then it's really easy to shave or drill. Yeah, for that matter.
Have you compared it to Magic Sculpt or something? This is tough.
They're similar.
Yeah,
They're similar, but I never tried to shave it actually, the Magic Sculpt. So I
you should
do
also
this.
get it extra hot, but in hot water you can.
Hot water?
Yeah, hot water. I think it was Roger McDougall. You remember him?
Yeah.
He
Rest in peace.
Yeah. He mentioned that he drops it in hot water to get rid of extra hardness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I put it in a crock pot.
Yeah. Just microwave some hot water, dip it in there, you get to eat in it, and it gets hot.
Oh, okay.
That's what his method, and I've used it. So it works
Yeah.
good.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I sculpted it. Yeah, I do it. Yeah.
Oh, try it.
Yeah. It works.
Okay, guys. Also, it's important you mix it A and B thoroughly.
Yeah.
I do this. Let's say this is 1. I do it at least 20 times. Okay, I think I did like it enough. Okay, so I'm gonna put it at this stage. You don't need to worry about the length of the arm or the volume, just because once the putty dries, you could always add or subtract.
A small tip there also, if you can add it on the upper arm first and the lower arm, and leave the elbow open, then you can adjust the pose of the arm of this hard, and then fix it, adding in the elbow.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, it's very important to keep it thin.
Yeah. And then this is good enough.
Yeah.
And put it in however you're gonna heat treat it, and let it dry. And then it's gonna and also I unless you're gonna have the arm separate for whatever the reason, I wouldn't worry about the I would glue the brass wire so it doesn't move. And after it dries, I'll put the thin crazy glue around it so it to make sure it doesn't move while you are working with a wet putty. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? Let's say it's dry, so this is rock solid dried. don't think I have enough putty here. And be careful if you have a little bit of this white, what is this? And then you touch this, then it's going to react. So. Actually, I want to pass this around. This one here. That's after the first run with the wet putty.
I have a question. Is magnifying absolutely necessary when you're working with small details?
Yes, for me, yes. And I need the dual stage one with double lens to see the a detail from this distance, and when I have to really get down to the details and then close up ones like that. And when you paint, do you use the optic visor?
Yeah.
If you don't, man, you're missing out. Because you're missing all the details.
I do because I'm getting older.
Your visor
No,
is
really,
some
no,
kind of
yeah,
special
we
one,
do.
or
I do.
No, just try different ones. Yeah, like the one that he has on. Yeah. Yeah, I got this one at Eindhoven.
So you always do the first layer just for the base and the other layer for the detail?
Yeah. So okay. So this is the first layer, and from here, if I think the arm's a little too long, which I think is a little too long right now. Right? What do you think?
The upper arm, I think it's the upper arm, that's a little bit too long.
Mm-hmm. So
Do you speed up the drying process any way or not?
I put it in a crock pot, so it's and then do something else,
Yeah, some people use like a sort of a small heating box and put inside with a bulb or something like that to speed up the process.
Yeah. Whatever works for you.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this is not a rocket science. This is just.
Okay.
And don't throw away your old brushes. Just you could use it. How is it? It's a little better now, the length?
Yeah.
And I made this right here for the cuff, because you try to make the cuff come down like this while the putty is wet, it could move around. Actually, I like to wash my hand right before I sculpt to bring down the temperature of my hand. It feels fresh after you wash it with cold water. And I cut my nails really tight because I don't like the feeling of my fingernails touching the figure or the putty. I know it's kind of crazy, but. So you get some lotion on your tool, and it's better to spend more time looking at your work than actually doing putty work. Please pay attention to the way I manipulate the tool in my hand. Before I add more putty, I make sure it's flat to the surface, because if you try to add putty to a layer of wet putty, it's not gonna blend in correctly, and it's gonna leave air pocket inside, and it gets pushed around. If you have any questions or comments, you don't understand what's going on, then please let me know. This is another tool that I use. One is a little chunkier and the other one is a little slimmer. Sometimes I use my nose, the oil from my nose. Okay, so I think, how does it look, the arm, the length, and the volume? I think there's too much volume over here. How about the length? It looks. I thought it would look a little shorter. Have slice, not cut.
So what do you do with the leftover? Do you do like me, put it in the freezer and use it?
The putty?
Yeah. You can use it a couple of days after.
No.
I do it. Works.
I really?
Yeah.
I throw them out.
Okay. It's magic squidward.
Really? I mean, after it's mixed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's hard, then it gets soft again. Then you can use it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, reasonably enough volume. Just gotta make sure there's no lines or make sure things are smooth. I think there's too much volume, like around here, especially comparing to the right arm. all you need to do is take away some putty. All right, now I'm ready to make some wrinkles and folds. I'm going to wing it now. I'm not going to look at any photos to make the wrinkles, but for you guys, it's always easier because you don't have to guess, think about it, try to come up with the details. All right, so the elbow is bent, so the major wrinkle will be this right here. I'm gonna make it pop out a little bit.
Weird question. When you are sculpting, are you maybe thinking on the painting of the miniature painters or not?
Yeah, I mean, when I make figures, I know I'm not just making a figure. I'm making a 3D canvas.
Okay.
Right. So I think about the surface detail. Let's try to make it as painting friendly as possible.
Okay, great. Because sometimes we see real figures, but when you try to paint them, they are not as friendly.
I mean, I'm sure I have, made some figures that are not easy to paint in the past too, I started as an armor modeler.
Yeah.
And I wanted to win silvers and gold. And I couldn't figure out how to. And I thought, damn, I gotta, do something with the figure. That's how I started sculpting. You roll, and slide.
So I guess the putty is still quite soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Normally, I usually wait a bit, but with the tools you use, perhaps it's good to have it. You can still work while it's still soft because you have a flexibility in the tools. Otherwise, I think I find it hard when it's too soft, but in this method, I think it's
yeah, and then
good.
also just I don't try to finish everything at one go while putty is wet. Just try to get it done as much as possible,
Okay. Yeah.
and come back with the blade and subtract, add, subtract, repeat.
All the tools that you are using are still with the lotion, not to stick or just.
Yeah, they're all. I'm keep going like this with the lotion because
When you add the putty, it will still stick on the putty underneath. When you still have lotion on it.
it
will still,
yeah, it will still work.
Okay.
Yeah, and the lotion also helps blending.
That's why you put lotion between the layers of the putty when you
Yeah.
blended them.
Yeah,
Maybe it works as a glue.
No, exactly.
Yeah. I know when you work with super sculpting, you can use Vaseline as a glue between layers.
Vaseline is more oily.
Yeah. Try this.
I see myself take it away not combined.
Yeah, exactly. Your face.
I think that the putty removes the lotion. That's good for your hair. So when do you use the brush and when do you use this silicone brush?
depends on like what I want to do, like what I want to get done, right? Blending or for instance, this rubber tip brush, if I want to make soft fold wrinkles, then it's so. And then if you want to make little harsh wrinkle, and like this. You see the difference between this one and this one? That's not what I want right now. Please pay attention to how lightly I'm holding the tool. You don't need to be heavy-handed when you're working with wet putty.
This is the only ventilator I have, sorry.
Also, when you working with when you're holding a tool, it's always better to anchor your hand somewhere. Or sometimes if there's they're all wet putty over here, then I use my left thumb to anchor.
At this stage, are you also thinking on later details such as cuff bands and so, or doesn't matter? Final details like cuff bands or medals or whatever?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's before I sculpt figures, I sketch out the whole details.
Yeah.
So that sometimes I make an arm,
Yeah.
but I have to put a holster here.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that the arm is not or holstered or they're not in each other's way.
Yeah.
Okay, now the putty is still wet, but there it's getting hard. So you want to. So this is a good time to make the seam line on the sleeve. Usually there's two seam lines. It's one in the front, one in the back, and I need to pay attention to how, look at the real photograph of the real uniform and how they are made or they're tailored. Sometimes it's sewn like this. Sometimes it's sewn the other way like this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like here. Now the back pieces came over to the front piece.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes it's the other way, so I got to pay attention to that. Otherwise, some people will point it out. I don't like that. So I have to make sure that I look at the right arm and make sure the left arm, the seam starts the same spot. Just mark it. And then I'm going to mark where it's going to end. And I look at from this angle, exact opposite would just mark it. And hold the blades lightly. Am I in your way? one more. There's a seam and there's a stitching. So
It looks it's getting harder, yeah?
hmm?
It's getting harder, really?
Yeah, it's getting a little, I could feel it. Ah, much better. And from here, one side, one of the line has to be deeper.
The little line will be the outside or inside?
Depends on which uniform. Yeah.
At this point, if you make a mistake, is it a better solution just to cover it with a wet putty, or just wait for the fuel curing time and return to the part?
Sometimes you could fix it after, right? You could fix it with a blade, shave it or whatever, or add more putty on top. Because don't try to finish, at this stage. Like it's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah. And those like wrinkles that are like the hint of wrinkles that if you look at the cotton or herringbone twill like uniforms, there's a lot of faint wrinkles, right? Don't try to not to make them all the same or look the same. And it's also good to have busy area and not so busy area to give it a contrast. All right. And you do basically you do the same in the back for the seam. So there's a seam starts from here, so you don't have to measure it, just look at it.
in this case, it's a Wehrmacht uniform. They don't have any kind of insignia on the left arm. But in another case, you have some arm shield or cuff title. How can you put it after that? With extra putty or with?
Well, let's say, let's say I'm putting a cuff band over here, like SS cuff band. Then you're gonna have to find the area, the exact the area that you're gonna put cuff band on, and then leave room there. Okay, so because I have to show you how I sculpt, carve, and shave, I'm gonna stop it here, and then you wanna pass. Make sure you don't touch the arm.
Is it hard to paint the figure with the lotion mixed into the putty?
Paint it?
Yeah. Can you wash it off? Or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then you're gonna prime it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's gonna be fine. Yeah, actually I never, because I don't paint, so I I don't know.
I'm sure you gave away figures. One of.
Can I look at one too?
Sure, yeah. That's good. Oh no, the tool.
And do you use soap or alcohol or something to wash? I don't know what you do.
No, after I'm done sculpting, I cast. I put him in a silicone. You know. So. But this lotion, they don't stick around. They, you know what I mean? They're very light, you know. So it's not like Vaseline.
Assume if there will be some strip or sling affecting the part of the texture, how do you do that? For example, this strip, which is affecting the texture of the uniform. For example, on the arms, like if he had some sort of weapon and the sling from the weapon is affecting that.
Yeah.
At which stage are you
okay.
using some sort of strip which you press inside, or?
Okay, let me show you. I'll show you on that figure. Yeah.
So basically, all the handmade tools are just different conical shapes.
Yeah, it's just the way I move my fingertips. And I developed my technique based on my tools that I made. You know. All right, so let's say there's a sling, or whatever, going this way, and I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's pretty. It's not a rocket science. It's just. And then
strip from lead or from end. Everything is done from sculpting the putty.
Yeah. I guess you could make the cuff band this way too.
And if this is on the body where it's a huge section, you need to really divide it some smaller batches, because if you're doing the whole front, for example, there's a lot of
Yeah. I do. Okay, so for instance, I make left leg first, or what, depends on the pose, right? And then right leg, left, separately, left separately, and then to the torso. If it's a simple uniform like this, like a pencil wrap, then I just try to do the front and back at the same time. If it's like more complicated, like a smock, camel smock or whatever, then front first, back, depends on the pose and what needs to be done, how you're gonna have binoculars here, there, all the white straps and all that.
So all the details are done at one run. It's no like you do it and then you return with adding more putties.
Oh yeah, it's never one run.
Yeah, right.
I just go back and forth, like let it dry, shave, carve. If I need to add, then add more putty, back and forth until I get to the point where I want. Yeah. Okay, so the putty is dry, and I use these blades to clean up the surface and add more details. This is not a like thick wool material. He's wearing a herringbone tail camel jacket, so I'm gonna, at the same time, I'm gonna clean up the surface and sort of try to get that thin herringbone tail material appearance to it. Can you see over here that I added more putty here, and then it shows the the layer.
Not really visible on the camera.
Right here.
Oh, that's there. Okay.
And right there too. So this is a good time to clean it up. It's easier to clean with a blade than when putty is wet. Try to.
Do you sanding or polishing?
I'm sorry?
Do you sanding or polishing at the end?
Yeah. I use this small sanding paper.
If you don't mind, I open the door for 10 minutes or 5
Yes.
minutes. Just change the
Yeah.
inside. Thanks.
That's good. Thank you. When you shave and carving, make sure the blade is only touching the working surface. And I'm going to be adding more wrinkles, sculpting it in.
This is on the rock solid putty, eh?
Huh?
It's the rock solid.
Yeah.
surface now.
Like this, from the top and the bottom. Can you see it? And also, this is a good time to add sort of crossing wrinkles. I want, like, you could also make this wrinkle go all the way around if you want to, right? And don't be afraid to just ruin the one the details you made, because you could always come back and add it. Can you guys see what I'm doing right now?
Yes, you agree also, Taesung. This is the step where you make the folds
Yeah.
correct the shape, because sometimes you need to have the correct shape on the top so it don't get flat on
Right.
the top. So this is the step where you create the smoothness of the folds, I guess.
Yeah. And I lost this detail right here, the seam. because I just carved it away. And you could edit, or you could just carve the detail.
So in your opinion, if you have one figure already buy from some resin, and you are not happy with the general aspect that you want to carve, or after that you can put putty on that to correct something, or on the resin is not working, this kind of
It works on the resin.
it's working, eh?
Yeah, like this is resin, right?
Yes, but-
You could always,
You have to sand
Yeah,
it
yeah,
down
yeah,
a
I
bit.
understand.
and then yeah. You could do whatever you want.
Do you mix some color in also to get more contrast?
I used to.
You used to, yeah.
I used to, but because I used to mix in a black ink. I guess it's a black dye, but I stopped doing that because I can't get the same shade every time. So it's it's with all the different shades of gray,
Yeah.
it's hard to see the volume overall shape. Please.
Sorry.
Yeah, please. I mean, I understand that there's on the right arm is kind of plain looking, but I'm gonna show you guys if you want to really go crazy with the tiny wrinkles, thin lines.
Technically, you would go for a similar plain-looking arm on the.
Yeah, I would match it, but this is a demonstration, so. I'm trying to get that crisscrossing wrinkles. Okay, I'm gonna pass this around. And pay attention to the detail that I carved in just now. This area right here. I'm gonna pass this around. Or should I just show it to you with the close-up video or no? Okay. Yeah.
Is it the chisel?
Be careful. That's very sharp.
Is it a chisel or a blade?
It's a blade. It's a surgical blade. It's hard to see it.
No.
I mean, because you need whatchamacallit.
To show it on the screen.
Yeah, actually that will be better, right? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, just to see it. So I was talking about and then it's kind of rough. So this is a sandpaper.
Do you use fine steel wool also?
No, it gets messy. So
Oh. Yeah, you get it small, but as long as it's hard, it doesn't matter.
oh, it's a little better now. That's how you get this, like a really thin, shallow wrinkles lines, especially if you want to have crisscrossing ones. Sculpting, I think, is carving is it's easier with the carving. Right now, the overall appearance is it looks like it's like a thick wool jacket sleeve, right? So you try to.
So now you are skimming it.
Hmm?
Now you are trying to skim it, thin it down.
Or give it a little more angular look to those wrinkles. Not round, like a wave-ish wrinkle, but right now that's what I have here. But more like a, try to create the edgy.
It's work the same for smaller scale. For smaller scale,
Yeah.
it's just the same.
It's the same idea. And also I want to do like a, because this is the elbow area, like I wanted those thin lines. If you did it from the top, see my blade is coming from the top and carved, and then it's better to do it the opposite way.
Okay.
Now it's looking more like a herringbone twill jacket instead of like a winter coat. Do you see what I'm trying to do here?
Yes.
Try to give it more like an angular fold instead of the roundish fold. And it's kind of still thick looking. And this is pretty much how I make figures. How many of you have already tried sculpting?
Few.
Yeah. And do you notice? Do you think that I do things different?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Very experienced.
I mean, like the way I do it is. Do you think it's different? Or?
Because what you do is to build up the main structure.
Yeah.
And some other models, what they do is to apply, for example, a wrinkle. They blend it another brinket, they blend it. So I do think, to me this is more easier. You know.
Yeah.
I recognize myself now.
Yeah.
That's some new tips.
I will give it a try transforming one of your figures, one now. Let's see what happens.
Your routine makes it too easy.
Yeah.
Well, I find this the most enjoyable thing, doing
Yeah.
this one. This is like
Yeah,
therapy for me. Just adding these small wrinkles and
Yeah.
seams. And
Adding a thin layer of blending.
and
No.
carving like this, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like carving a lot.
I have a Swan and Morton blade. I think it's 13C.
Yeah.
It's rounded and quite thin, and it's flexible, so you can get into the folds.
And also, yeah, if you want, you could hollow out the sleeve, you know, but not too much because I have, in my case, I have to cast, so I don't like to hollow out the undercuts too much.
I like doing hand saws, but it's tricky. You need more.
Yeah, I use.
A wire or some kind of armature often. That's,
For the figure.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's difficult to do. I love doing hands, but it's tricky.
Do you want me to show you how I make hands?
Yeah, figures. Do you use an armature with a wire first, or if you have a spread finger, for example, or
No,
if it's close?
I carve it out of a just simple resin sprue.
Okay.
All right. So let's make a simple hand, something like this.
Yeah.
Like a simple like.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I shouldn't throw away this too.
Yeah.
So you should make hands.
Time to start to collect them. Yeah.
All right. So it.
And I love your resin. It's soft to work with. It's,
Yeah.
good
Oh, you okay?
He died for the right cause.
Is that a US brand of resin you're using?
Yeah.
Quite soft.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. You do this right now.
That was new.
For now, I'm gonna just get the rough thickness right.
Skip the thumb.
Yeah. So same thing with the carving. If there's no room for the thumb,
Yeah.
let's say, then forget about it. Just edit later.
Okay.
You know. I'm gonna have the thumb go to the side like this, because if I make it go like this, things get complicated. You know what I mean? Let's keep it simple.
But do you add any details afterwards with putty or something? Do you
If there's a miss,
everything, there's every details on the.
yeah. If I carved too much, then I'll add that. Yeah.
But you try to do as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you have a nice collection of hands, faces. Oh.
Yeah.
We can save time. Do you use your own hands to redo, or start from a new one, for example, to make a new pose?
I mean, if it's grabbing something, yeah, I have to make a new, right?
Okay.
Or if it's just a hand like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is from other older figure. This hand, I think. So I want this area to be this area, right? And let's say I'm just going to draw a line here. This is from there. I'm gonna make fingers like this.
You see, it's the left hand.
Yeah, it's easier. It's never like it's hard to have your finger like all flat in line like this. It's always thumb is a little bit down. So.
The question, when you do heads, for example, I know you know Calvin Klein, I think he's both right and left-handed.
He is?
Because when you're doing a face, for example, I'm left-handed, so it's easy to work on the right side of the head.
Yeah, I mean,
So you have to
when I sculpt face, let's say I make
rotate
the
upside down, or do you?
I don't. I make the left hand detail, sculpt the detail first. This side first, and then now I see this side when I'm working on this side. You know what I mean? Like so, I'm just trying to match
but
that.
you have the same challenge. It's difficult on one side. Because
Yeah.
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 So what did you say? You start with the easy side first, to have it as a reference, and then
Yeah.
do the tricky side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds.
You know what the hell? I'm just gonna make it a little bent.
You start in the middle first.
Yeah.
The groove for the okay, so you have a reference.
Yeah.
With finger sizes.
Because I have to make this details.
You can see your experience in this. It goes fast.
Yeah, that's well, yeah.
You know, the funny, you know, I like drawing hands.
You draw also.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I like drawing hands, and my first memory of drawing was my hand. When I remember my grandma set me down on her leg, and put my hand down on the paper, drew an outline of my hand, and I drew a chicken head on top of the thumb. That's my first memory, you know.
See what it ended with. Making hands is a bit tricky, especially as a beginner. Normally you do it. The hands too large or too small?
Yeah, that's yeah. Keeping it in the scale is challenging.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, you look it makes so easy about it.
All right.
How many times you cut your finger when you was?
So many times I don't even notice anymore.
Some whereas your table is full of blood. I don't notice.
Lubricating.
When you do buttons and things, do you all shape the roundness by hand, or do you use some kind of punch to make buttons?
Buttons, I like to use just wet putty.
Yeah, yeah. Normally I do.
But sometimes, like 1/16 scale figures, you know, I would just, you know, I would, if I have to create certain type of design on, then I would just make one and cast it.
Okay. Or print it.
And what about the beds, for example, Epsilon bed, you scut every time on a German soldier, Epsilon bed.
Belt?
Yeah.
Belt. It's all putty.
web-
But the buckle I have long time ago, I made PEs, so PE part, 4H parts. So I use that for the buckle. But the leather part, everything is just fresh putty. I'm gonna pass this around.
I hate doing Y straps.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, you know.
And the strap beneath it also.
Yeah.
So, oh.
I'm working very fast right now because I don't have to worry about the size. You know, all I have to, or I have to worry about is the shape. So
So basically, you take a piece of resin, you remove everything that doesn't look like a hand.
take the hand out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how Lev Tolstoy educated children. He said that you need to cut everything what you don't need, and then they become kind of brilliant.
Right.
There's a hand in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Don't cut the hands. Children need this in the future.
All right. It's getting somewhere, so I'm going to pass this around.
Yeah.
Oh, madness.
And thank you all for coming. I have something for you guys. Where's Ian? Where's Ian?
Iron.
Yeah. The Ihan. I guess he's not. I just saw him somewhere. Anyway. Here's, just take one. Take one. Thank you.